welcome back to your job. Welcome back to working your regular job.
Hey, man. It's paternity leave.
Yeah, no.
But it feels good to be back.
Yeah.
It feels good to be back in space.
In space.
It's been a minute.
We're here. We're live. I was just in Mexico.
How was that?
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think about it?
I was going to try to respond in Spanish.
Dale.
Dale. Yeah. It's funny how much of a weenie I am with Spanish. I know,
With the language?
Yeah, like I always get sensitive about sounding like a fucking gringo, so but they'll talk to me and I can respond.
Yeah.
But I just bitch up every time.
Yep.
And I just nod.
Which makes you sound worse, you know?
It does. But it was good. You know, did some sketchy ass horseback riding. The leader of the group, she was explaining to us, you know, a 2-year-old has done this like whatever they want to call it, this track, this ride. An 86-year-old has done this ride. And she said this in the car as well on the way over. And I said, a 2-year-old? And she goes, yeah, we just strap them in. Like, that's kind of crazy.
Cannot be safe at all.
I'm like, what if the horse just breaks bad and
seriously
takes off? As a 2-year-old. Yeah. So we start going through the base of this mountain. And we're like going through water, going over rocks. And the path is pretty it's pretty narrow. But then I'm thinking, oh, she says it opens up. And we're snaking through. And then we get to the base of the mountain. And then they're like, okay, we're starting the ascent. And they were telling us how to like put your weight, how to shift your weight on the horse. So as we start climbing, they were saying like kind of, you know, dig your heels down and kind of lean your chest forward slightly so like the weight is shifted towards the neck of the horse, whatever, blah, blah, blah. There's points where the horse feels like it's vertical. I don't know the actual angle.
Right.
And I've got the reins and I'm gripping the knot and I'm like, you know, just doing this and doing that. And so we're going up the hill.
Now, like the fact that there was a massive ascent, that implies that there's also like a big descent.
Yeah. And going up, by like, I don't know, minute 45, I've got like a shit ton of adrenaline. Because then as we're ascending, now the path is like doing this. And my guy is giving it giddy up. If he's going down, he's like taking the momentum. And if he has to go up, he's like using that to get up. So I'm on a roller coaster the whole time.
Dude, I would hate this. I would be crying.
Bro. Then
this is like giving me nightmares already.
So after like 45 minutes of that, we get close to the top and we're riding a pretty narrow path. And then me just trying to like face fear, I'm like, and I just look over the side.
And
it's
really
steep, man. Like, it's fucking steep.
And they're having fucking 2-year-olds do this?
That's what I'm thinking the whole time. You know, I'm like, I guess a 2-year-old did this. And so
they're like, we had an 87-year-old man do this. He didn't finish it, but
well, bro, I'm gonna get back to that.
Okay.
But
he did it. He did half, and then he kind of.
These are good jokes, because yes. So I look over and I'm like, that's pretty fucking far down. So then after I looked over, I just kept like steering the horse a little to the left. I'm like, why don't we just pull it?
Yeah.
You know, but
then he was overcorrecting.
Then I started thinking like, what if I pull him too much and he slips and we just end up going down anyway? So I'm just kind of locked in the whole time, gripping the saddle.
Which, by the way, it's like you have no other choice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like there's nothing else you can do.
No.
That's the worst feeling where you're like, I've got myself into this fucking predicament. I should not have trusted whoever told me this was going to be easy.
Well,
and now the only thing you can do is lock the fuck in for survival.
And then there was a young like cowboy in training. He couldn't be any older than 10. You know, he saw young women in this pack, and he's like, time to show off.
Okay.
Whole time he's doing 360s, and he keeps fucking around next to all the women, and then all the girls are like, no, fucking stop.
Yeah. That's really funny.
I'm locked in, you know, riding my horse. I didn't even get my horse's name That's how casual I was taking this. I'm not going to need to know his name.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, bro, after the first 10 minutes of the ascent, I'm talking to him.
So you knew his name?
No, but I'm
what
just,
do you call him?
I'm just like, doing good, buddy.
Words of encouragement.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, yeah.
Keep it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I'll speak your language.
Yeah, by the end of it. But what I noticed was all the cowboys, so Mexican style riding, they have an open grip on the rear of the saddle. And you can use that like if you want to gallop. And it's slightly more comfortable, but you drive one-handed.
Okay.
And I think when we rode, we rode English style.
Okay.
And that's two-handed.
Okay.
But I noticed all the cowboys, they kind of kept their hand on their hip, or they had like a hand loose, and like they were kind of just like using their balance. Mm-hmm. So I started leaning into that a little bit on the ascent. That weirdly made me feel a bit better than just like gripping the back. Because I think like gripping the saddle made it feel like I'm going to die.
Yeah.
So we get up to the top. I'm talking to him the whole time. I'm like, good job. Yeah. Love you, man. Keep me alive.
Yeah.
You're
doing great, buddy.
Yeah. On the ascent, there were moments where some of the horses ahead of me were fucking huge. And I just was trying to block out, because they would slip.
Yeah.
There's rocks and whatever. And so if the horse would slip, I'm just like, don't, please, God.
Yeah.
Don't just like bowl us all, all 10 of us at the back down the hill. So we get to the top, and
you're like, fucking.
Yeah.
But you still got to get down.
Yeah. And what's crazy too is the cowboys, some of them would break off, and they were like riding the hill just on an off-beaten path, like the horse is damn near vertical, and they're just like, yeah.
Okay, so you feel good, then you're like, okay, what we did is not that crazy.
No, it definitely, it made me feel like, oh, if the horse can take off vertically, maybe this is like very easy.
Yeah.
We get to the top, take some pictures, cool, and now it's time for the descent. And they're like, okay, on the descent, you just kind of want to dig your heels in and lean back a little bit, and almost like you're walking down the hill with the horse. I'm like, cool. So we're riding down, and if the angle's flat, maybe we're at like minus 10 degrees. And I'm like, it's feeling kind of steep.
Yeah.
And then we start pathing down, and then it's like negative 15, negative 20. And then, dude, there are parts where I'm fully like, the horse is like vertical to me. I'm not exaggerating. I'm vertical.
Like,
yes.
fully,
literally. Yeah. Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like digging my heels in, trying to like give him a sense of my weight. And this is when it gets sketchy, because then the big horses in front, they're like, and then I'm like, oh, fucking no. Yeah. And then my guy would need, like, involuntarily, he's smaller, so he has to take the momentum when he's going down.
Right.
So there were moments where I'm like this, and then it's like, like galloping.
Okay.
Galloping, like nose dive.
Right.
And again, I'm just locked in. I'm like, I gotta fucking whatever.
I gotta survive this.
And something we found out.
This is not how I die.
Yeah. Something we found out after the fact is horses, when they're hungry, they run faster.
Okay.
Because like they know they're gonna go home.
Oh, right. Okay.
So they want to eat.
Right.
So I had a looser grip at moments, so I think that was giving him, in his mind, he's like, I have the freedom to run.
Okay.
So he just book it at some parts, and I would just roll with it. And then eventually one of the cowboys was like, grab up on the knot and reel him in a little bit. So then that made it easier. But then that it was still scary as shit, because then he's slowly kind of going down these little pockets. Yeah, this is like a long, boring story, but yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I would do it again.
Yeah.